I ain't trying to get sued.
Welcome to the Take2Crew podcast. I am your host, Scoop.
Yo, what's going on? It's your boy Mike. Let's get it, baby.
Put the TP mic back up, Mike.
Feel me? Shout out to Tyler Perry for sending me my wireless microphone from the Medea movie.
Now you're missing some oil and a towel. Excuse me, ma'am. I'm just coming out here to mow the grass because I'm on parole, but I love Jesus. And I can see you through your pain.
I'm just playing, Tyler Perry. Shout out to you, man.
Yeah, Mikey wrote that. I'm just reiterating, saying, put me in a play.
That's right? It. Yo, man, my Facebook was blowing up yesterday.
Oh, man. Boy,
shout out to everybody who commented.
Yeah, let me apologize to you.
A serious one.
Let me apologize to you because when they start going in, I ain't commenting at one time. I was like, I'm good. He got this.
Yeah, I wasn't even trying. They would have ate me up on there. So they already ate me up from the question. So
I mean, yeah, it was. Listen, it was. I think the question was good. I think we should start with that question. So we're gonna go from here. The question yesterday, Mike posted says, "If I pay all the bills and take care of my spouse, it shouldn't matter what I do outside the house." ? Thoughts. So this stemmed from a conversation that happened on another platform where Gabrielle Union was saying in her previous marriage that she paid all the bills, so she felt as though it was okay to cheat on her spouse. So we had some people comment about it, and I'm gonna go ahead and read it. So the first comment came from Shakita. Shakita says, "Come on now, now you all know better." This was implying me and Mike because he was with me, but he wasn't with me. He was by himself. All right, but it said he asked the question, like, are they roommates? And Mike was like, we having a conversation and where it was going. So Shakita was saying that if they find someone who's okay with that, if not, that's terrible because it's still considered cheating. So my first question to you, Mike, how do you feel about the situation? Like, do you feel as though she was justified for what she said? Gabrielle Union.
I don't think she was justified at all. I mean, I can understand where she's coming from, but let's be honest here, man. You in a relationship. You signed up for it. You feel me? That's what you decided to do. And if that's what y'all into, God bless you. You know what I'm saying? If he was on board with it, but I definitely don't agree with that statement at all. I mean, equal gifts, not equal sacrifices. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah, I feel like if they had that agreement from the beginning, like, okay, we're in an open relationship, all right, and this is how we move. That's something that they decided to go on. All right, then that makes sense.
Yeah.
But if you just involuntarily cheating and then you just justifying it with, oh, well, I paid the bills, that's crazy. Because if y'all had an agreement, like, he's not a movie star. Well, I don't know who the guy is, but if he's not someone who made money and you guys had a conversation like, all right, I'm gonna take care of this and you take care of that, you can't justify it with, you know what, I'm gonna go out here and get the peen every chance I get because I pay all the bills. Like, that's some real dumb mindset to have. And I feel like people got that mindset and they're only making $10 an hour. So for her to be making millions of dollars, it's crazy. But highly weird, makes sense. So
yeah.
Another comment came from Dana. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, go ahead. I was piggybacking, but
no, go ahead, man.
We'll wrap it up at the end. It's cool.
No, Dana said it most certainly does matter what you do outside the house, regardless of what you choose to take care of at home. Essence said, nope, it don't matter because I'm going to do what the F I want to, period. Of course, Essence.
Yeah.
Another comment asked was like to fully explain it. So that's what we were just saying before. Like, if somebody is paying all the bills, that gives them the okay to do it. So, and the last comment came from Nalisha. She says, just be in an open relationship instead of putting these other situations on a person who wants to be in a regular relationship where you're not doing whatever you want because you provide for the fam. The woman provides in other ways, and I'm not sure it wouldn't be okay if she was outside doing whatever she does, and still took care of home at first. So she kind of gets it. Like the way Mikey put it was like, we didn't say where it was coming from, which was cool because everybody looked at it from the man's perspective, but it's a woman doing it.
Yeah.
So, what's the difference?
And that's where that's where the funny part comes in at, because if it was a male athlete, we talked about double standards last show. If it was a male athlete, would the situation still be the same?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? If I'm a big time athlete and I'm like, yo, listen, all I need you to do is take care of home. I'm gonna make sure you got money, take you where you need to go, do what I need to do for you. But don't question me about what I do outside the house. That's my business. Long as you got what you need, you good. Now, some women be like, okay,
Yeah.
cool. You know what I mean? They sign up for it, they straight. Excuse me. And but when it's on the other shoe, what do you do now? You feel me? That stuff
I don't know.
is
Go ahead,
crazy.
sir.
You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
but
That
you used to hearing men say that, but it's like legit. This is a woman. She's not hiding it either. She's like, I take care of the bills. You don't provide. Then I'm gonna do whatever I want. So maybe they had issues in their relationship when she said that. She was on the outs, but at that point, I agree with Alicia. Be in an open relationship. Why waste the time of somebody thinking that you're committed and in return you out here doing whatever you want?
yeah.
Have you ever done something like this?
No, I have not. And I say that by saying this. The way I like to operate in the household is, I know I can make the money, but sometimes I suck at managing it. So I tell, whoever I'm with, if they have the financial literacy to be like, to make sure certain things get done. So I'm like, hey, I'll make it. You just manage it. That's how I operate, and at the same time, we come together, figure out exactly what it is we're doing. We good, but some women do think like that. And it's usually, what I'm saying, I don't want to be disrespectful or what nobody takes out of context, but it's usually the people that live off the government that feel like they got something going for themselves. I put food in this house. No, the state put food in this house. You don't put nothing in, you know what I mean? Like, you're not doing it by yourself. You got help. And you still think you can do what you want to do. Got a problem with that, man.
I got a twist to that. I feel like we all get assistance. If you go to your job, you put in work, but you get assistance with your check. I'm not too big on the whole. Let's say like the state put food in, because when I lived in the hood, boy, we brought food stamps. Okay, it is cheaper to let me give you 150, give me 300 off the top. I'm gonna come with you to the store so you won't report your car stolen. You know how the hood be acting,
Yeah.
So it's just things that we did. So, I feel like what's tricky about this situation is that you legit have people doing it for free. They involuntarily putting their spouse into an open relationship because they're not either satisfied at home or they want to play the games. At that point, please say, listen, you know what? This is being in a committed relationship is not for me. I wanna move around as I choose. So if this is not something for you, give that person the opportunity to step out. Because if one thing I noticed in Florida, I haven't seen it in New Jersey. They got this thing called like an upside down pineapple. So you may see it at people's houses, you may see it on cars, and it's like a sign for swinging. Like,
Oh, wow.
and yeah, so I just learned this like a couple months ago. But I'm driving and I seen it on somebody's car. So like there, and it was a husband and wife inside the car. So they that's a sign that they're about that life. That's a different story. But
Wow.
you can't have they don't make a pineapple that's cut in half that's saying like only one person believe in this, not and the other ones don't. But it's like, yo, if I'm not me personally, I can't be in an open relationship for mental reasons. One, I'm not sharing my wife. I don't even want to share my wife with my kids, let alone share with another man, because somebody got to die. Like that's just it ain't gonna happen. And it's the funny thing is that I've like the old me, before I met Jesus, I was in these streets, tagging you
Yeah.
along with me. I didn't care if you was in a relationship. I'm like, Mike, let's go. We got things to do, people to see that we're gonna take to our grave. But that's different. And you sent me the meme like, yo, man, come on, we can't be out here going crazy. Like, are you coming or not? All right, man. Well, how do you look? That we, we were young and dumb. Like now, if you call me, I'm like, bro, man, if I called you or something like that, the first thing you saying is, bro, you got a wife at home. What you doing?
Yeah.
You sound crazy. Like it's accountability. But if you in that open relationship, you guys got that established. Do whatever you want, but don't subject that person to one. Imagine like somebody getting pregnant. Like if it's on a woman gets pregnant, she's thinking, "Hey, this is my baby father. My husband is the father, and it's the other guy you messing with." Or as a man, you got to come home and tell your lady or your spouse, however it goes, that hey, I got a baby on the way, or I got it's burning when I piss because I done stepped outside my relationship.
Yeah.
That's that's things that we don't take in, and there are situations I think they don't take into account. Like it's not only just cheating and causing that person emotional scars, but you can physically bring them something that sometimes they can't get rid of. It ain't
Absolutely.
it ain't
That's
it ain't
true.
worth the headache, man.
And that's where I was watching a show. Man, what show was I watching? It's leaving me. But she like I said, it's athletes, you know what I'm saying? They might be faithful while they're home, but they go on the road and do what they want to do. But that's the arrangement that they have with their wife or whoever is at home. Like, I'm home, we good. But when I'm on the road and you can't be there, I have my needs. And those needs require, me to, get my release off and things of that nature, trying to keep it PG type thing. But however, this is what the arrangement that some of them have. So to them, I'm not cheating. This is work. That's what they call it. Like I'm not
Yeah.
cheating because I'm on the road, but when I'm home, I'm faithful. You know what I'm saying? That's kind of like what these people are putting themselves in. Like you signed up for this. You know what I'm saying? And you talked about open relationships. The thing about that, I tried to be in one. Like I really did. Uh, it
Oh,
doesn't
that's
work.
good.
You
Story
know what
time
I'm
with
saying?
Mike.
It doesn't work the way you plan out because it's hard trying to please one woman. Like, you know what I mean? But you trying to build that chemistry and trying to get to know this person and things of that nature. Chances are you try to do that again, you're gonna start caring for one person more than another. And like, the Bible says you can't serve two masters. This is really what it comes down to. Oh, I can't come over today because I'm doing the family thing. Somebody becomes a side chick at one point. Like they just be the consistent side chick.
Hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Where they might want more later down the road, but you like, yo, I told you I wasn't giving you no baby. Like I got a wife at home, and this is what ends up happening. And then things don't work out, and then it becomes a bigger issue. Now you on Facebook and all these other stuff, but you signed up for this. And you got to be careful what you're signing up for, because sometimes the rules change and you don't even know.
That's good. That's good. So
Thank you.
what do you think are the 5 requirements to be in an open relationship?
I have no idea.
Just think. What do you think could be? There's no rule to it. What do you think? They should be some. What rules you think should apply when having an open relationship?
Well, first and foremost, you got to be honest.
Okay,
Like,
so break that down.
literally, you know what I mean? If you in an open relationship and your wife or whoever you with asks you, what you doing today, you keep it real. You know, hey, me and what's name going out, whatever. That's simple. We're gonna do this. But I think what ends up happening is, never mind. I'll go to that part later.
Okay, so I think I think a rule. Well, we can go back and forth. I think one rule should be. It should be. If you're in an open relationship, whoever your primary person you're with, they should know the person that you're messing around with. So, if, for example, if my lady name is Monica, and okay, Monica, I'm going to introduce you to Keisha. Keisha is the second part of me. Like, this is the person that like if I'm not with you, I'm with Keisha. I'm with Keisha. So here's Keisha's number. Maybe we need to go out to dinner, because if we're having this open relationship, we're not hiding nothing, right? So that means that me and you are honest. So if you're doing something, I want to meet Charles. So if you're messing with Charles, okay, I want to know this guy, because if we're in this open relationship and something happens, and I need to contact you or an emergency, I don't want to be caught off guard that I'm getting a phone call from Charles. If that's how y'all do it, keep in mind, I don't know the rules, but I'm thinking that should make sense.
Yeah.
What do you think is next?
I would say, dang, it was in my head while I was listening to you. You don't give that second person more time than you give your spouse at home.
That's good.
I think that's fair. Like, you know what I mean? It's that simple. If y'all going out, you're doing something, or if y'all had date night was scheduled for every second Saturday of the month, that's your date night every second Saturday of the month. You know what I'm saying? And it's not, you don't change that because you have another person involved. You know what I'm saying? If this is your day might be the 4th Saturday every month. That's your date night. That don't mean I'm not going to see you before then. I'll still see you, but anything that we do is going to be on that day, as far as hanging out and things of that nature.
So you need to establish a schedule.
Absolutely. I think you should definitely establish a schedule, especially if kids are involved and things of that nature. You got to establish a schedule so you don't spread yourself thin.
I think another rule should be keep it off social media.
That's good.
If we are in an open relationship and I post a picture of me and Monica together, Keisha shouldn't be under the post like, "Oh, you wasn't with her last night."
Yeah.
You should. If we are being mature adults about this, you got to know your position. So your position, you're not my primary. So we're not taking pictures together. We can go out. I don't mind. Like you said, you talked about dates. If y'all going out on a date, okay, go ahead. Y'all intimate with each other, but keep him. It should be like a radius of how far it is from your home. Like you shouldn't be, if you're in Jersey, we shouldn't be at like we at the Jersey Shore. You can't be at man, what's the name of the place? Johnny Max. You can't be at Johnny Max all booed up. With Keisha and Monica lives a few towns over in Bradley Beach. You can't do that.
Okay.
Like, you need to go to the city, or you need to be in Atlantic City. But you got to keep it. If that's a relationship y'all got, cool. But keep it away from social media, because sometimes people may not understand the dynamic of your relationship, and then you don't need the people on the outside giving their opinion about something that has nothing to do with them. That's just a headache that you don't need. So it's all about controlling the controllables at that point.
Got you. Yeah. I also think that you should be able to don't take your second girlfriend the same place as you take your wife.
That's
you know
good.
what I'm saying? Like if where we go out to eat is Red Lobster, Hibachi, whatever the case may be, don't tell me you want to go there because hey, nah, that's my wife's spot. That's where we go on a regular basis. You go with the kids. They know me there.
Exactly.
That's how it goes. We could find a new spot for you. Was no problem. I don't eat Applebee's like that, so I wouldn't go there with you. But somewhere along the lines of, China buffet, okay, cool. But I'm not going to take you the same place as I take her.
The home team.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's just not, I don't think that's right.
Yeah, so you got home. So let's call this one home and away games.
Yeah,
home game and away games. So you gotta watch how you play it.
Yeah.
You said something earlier about when you were in an open relationship, you was like you didn't want kids. So I feel like if you're fully committed, so at the point where if me and Monica has kids and I have no desire to have kids, she has no desires for Keisha, and I'm telling Keisha I don't want kids, I gotta be proactive. If you're not a condom wearer, go get a vasectomy. Why not? Go get a vasectomy, and then take that chance up, take the risk factor out as much as you can. I've heard stories of people having children after having a vasectomy, but the risk is much lower than just going in there raw dogging old girl, and then you saying one thing but your actions saying a whole nother. So you gotta be mindful of that. So for men, I think that it would make sense to go ahead and get a vasectomy. That way you lower the chances of you having children that you don't want. And then understand that if Keisha decides that that's a deal breaker for her, respect her decision. Hey, listen, I understand. I don't want kids. I don't want to put that. I don't want to put that on you. So if you decide that you're out, then I respect it. You got, it is what it is. So,
and this is the last one for me. I can't think of a fifth one. It's hard. It's kind of hard. Under no circumstances do you need to meet my family.
Oh,
like I don't feel the need because you got people. Everybody got petty people in their family.
Yep.
And all it do is take one, and it's usually a female. And all it take is for one of them to be like, "Oh, why you don't bring Monica around? Why, you know what I'm saying?" And they say that around Keisha.
Yeah.
And be like, "Oh, we like Monica better when she came over for game night." You like, yo, shut up, yeah. That's not. You know what I'm saying? It's not your place. We know how family is. Hey, forget that. But we know how we are sometimes. So at the end of the day, there's no reason for you to meet my family. Zero. There's no reason for you to even.
So you talking about kids like aunts, uncles, cousins, everybody.
Everybody. There's no reason for you to meet anybody in the family.
Okay.
Especially if we in an open relationship, but some things that's off limits, and my family is one of them. We ain't coming to the basketball games with my son. We're not doing that stuff. Now we get to the point where we all move in together and we can revisit the contract in a different light, but you dating
that's different at that point.
Yeah, you dating me, you're not dating them.
Mm-hmm.
You feel me? So
this is my last one. Holidays belong to the home team.
Oh, that's good.
So Christmas, Thanksgiving, Valentine's Day, Mother's Day, Easter. You know what? Now you can have Juneteenth. You can have St. Patrick's Day.
Juneteenth.
You can have Flag Day. You know, you can have Father's
Juneteenth.
Day because nobody care about Father's Day. You can have Father's Day, but you can't have those major holidays that belong to the home team. There's no way I'm gonna be able to tell Monica like, hey, Monica, it's you know what? Who cares about 4th of July? But it's Mother's Day, and Keisha wants to go out. She wants me to take her out to hula hands with her mom. All right, then we need to switch. Keisha's going to be your primary, is what you're saying, because
Ooh.
major holidays belong to the home team. That doesn't even make sense. You can't do that.
Yeah,
So we
that's
just gave
good.
you guys the rules. We gave you guys the rules to open relationships. If we missed anything, it's gonna be on Mikey's page. So he's gonna ask you like, what do you think?
Yeah,
Are rules to an open relationship? I think we gave out some really good ones. So
I think we did good. But you could, after you watch the show, you could definitely comment below if we missed anything. I'm looking forward to see your responses and your answers to this situation. Now, understand, I am
oh
not in an open relationship.
yeah.
This stuff I just came off the top of my head. So I want to just put that disclaimer in there. This is not something I'm like, yeah, this is what Mikey and Scoop are promoting for us. No, by any means. If it works for you, great. You know what I'm saying? Um, I think one of me is enough, and I think one of you is enough. Not saying you personally, bro, but I'm just saying in general. Clear that up too. You know what I'm saying? I think,
Secret
yeah, I think one of me is definitely enough for you, and if not, I can always gain more weight. So, you know what I mean? At the same time, one of you should be enough for me, and if it's not, it's cool. It's a nice try and a great run. Just step to the side for the next person.
yeah,
You know what I'm
like
saying?
open relationships are like meal plans. Like people don't like. I'm not a keto person. You know, I'm not a vegetarian. I prefer my selective foods that I like to eat. So for me, open relationship is just not on the table for me. Number one, I'm happily married. I'm not going to disrespect my wife. I'm not going to put her in a position to be embarrassed again. So when I was younger, I would just when I was younger, I didn't protect my wife. It wasn't a cheating thing, but I didn't protect my wife from from the things that I've said before, from the way I used to move. I could have, and I was young. Keep in mind, like I was like, I'm talking about 20, 21, 22, 23.
Yeah,
Man, I barely knew who I was. I didn't really become a father yet until I hit 25. And I had kids when I turned 20. So you do the math. Like, had a lot of inconsistencies in the beginning, but like what Mike was saying, it's just a disclaimer. We are not promoting it, but whatever you do is in your household is yours. I don't pay your bills, you don't pay mine. So I don't care what you do. But
absolutely. That's
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 what
real.
yep,
That's real.
that's what it all comes down to. So
So
but yeah,
yeah,
man, let's go ahead. I'm sorry.
no,
Wrap
I'm
this
saying
up, man.
at the end of the day, is whatever floats your boat is great. Just make sure the next person is with that. And if at some point they decide that they don't want to do that anymore, then you got to fix that. You got to make that adjustment the best way you can.
Oh, wait a second, Mike. Wait a second. We got 9 minutes. I need you to we gotta whoa, wait a second. So what happens in a situation if you guys are in an open relationship in the beginning, and then one of y'all decide I want out. So what happens then?
You know what? That happened to me. You know what I'm saying?
Whoa, come on, man. You got
Yeah.
wrap it up, bro. You got 8 minutes. Let's go.
so
Let's go,
so what
bro.
happened was, uh, sometimes we go after, like, the people that we're both seeing at the same time are totally opposite. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
So it's like, oh, you're a good guy, but this person's a bad guy. And he's a street person, and you're my home person. This is my street person. But that street person can't fulfill the home life. And then when you begin to start doing this thing yourself in a way where now you're no longer happy with what they're doing, but you good on your side. Now the heads now clash because you're like, oh, you are dressed up. Where you going? I'm like, oh yeah, we about to go hit up this museum or something. well, you don't take me to no museum. I'm like, oh, but when I asked you before, you ain't want to go. Now it's trouble in paradise on your side now. You feel me? So it's problems over there, and you're not mad at me. You're mad at what this person is and no longer doing, or you want more from them, but that's not what they originally signed up for. You know what I'm saying?
That's good. That's good.
You know, so it's like I'm tired of eating McDonald's with this person, but they can only afford McDonald's right now. You know what I mean? So it's like, all right, we're gonna go to Atlantic City. Well, I gotta pay every time. Well, you know, you never pay when you're with me. You know, so it's like the rules of the game now change because you're no longer just emotionally involved in the situation, and now you're physically involved in the situation, but mentally you've checked out.
Okay.
Come on, you know what I'm saying? Mentally, you like, I liked you for this short period of time, but now I'm getting to see the real you, and I think I just want to go back home and be home alone and focus on this, on the home team. But you out here like, yo, you good? Yeah, I'm straight. We doing everything. Everything's good. And I'm like, all right, cool. Well, you know, we about to go to the bar and play some pool or whatever. And you know what I'm saying? And it could be on either side. It's not just the man to the opposite person and things of that nature. My biggest problem with the situation was, even though I was doing the fun stuff with home life, the back end, I still had fun too, just doing different things. You know what I'm saying? My exposure was a little bit different at the time compared to what I was doing here. And I wasn't coming home to brag or nothing, because, you know, sometimes people like, yo, Monica was fun, crazy. We went canoeing, skydiving. You're like, she's like, what? You know what I'm saying? You just start throwing mad stuff out. You're like, oh. And what happened? They like, must be nice. Now you and Monica go ahead and do you. We like, all right. But you not thinking, because you like, this is what you wanted.
Yeah.
But at the same time, it's trouble in paradise on the other side. So now you want to, you know, we had to put a pause on everything. And then eventually it just stopped anyway, because it no longer was fun. It was, me personally, I'm a sucker for love. You know me, I'm relational. Like, I'm with it. So,
yeah,
like I said, taking on two people is a task. When you try to get to know one, that's hard to sell. Like,
dang, that was good, man. That was good.
It's definitely hard trying to please both sides. You know what I'm saying? You cooking dinner here and you trying to go home and cook dinner somewhere else. You know what I'm saying? But
you got a meal prep.
Yeah, not like you can't meal prep everything. You know what I'm saying? But it was the exposure that woke me up and was like, you know what? I could do this at home too, though. You know what I'm saying?
Okay,
that's where you create those date nights where you like, all right, 1 month we're gonna do what you want to do, and next month we'll do what I want to do. But it can't be the same thing. It has to be something different. We can't go out to eat. We have to do an activity. If it's a sip and paint, if we go into the gun range, if we're going to throw axes, whatever, we got to see what we like to do. So yeah, that's what we did though.
Oh man, that was actually good, man. That was good. I would say to wrap it up on my end, I can't, instead of putting that energy on two people, I'll just make an effort to put it into one.
That's it.
You know, that's it. And if I want somebody new in the bedroom, I just ask my wife to change her hair.
Role player. There you go, role player.
Yeah, bro. Ain't enough blue chew in the world. So, but listen, man, how can you be reached, Mike?
Follow me on Facebook, Michael Drake. You know, Humble Beast on Instagram. You know,
what's your Cash App tag?
ASAP Mikey 87, man.
All right. Listen, man, we need mics. You know, we about to set a crowd fund. You know, so my Cash App is Tyreek 1987, PYREK 1987. All right. You can find me on my Facebook, Tyreek Hampton. on my on my Instagram at scoop_Hampton. Do not look me up on LinkedIn. All right. I separate my hood life from my regular life. And thank you for tuning in. Last thing, I want you guys to watch this movie called Addicted. It got it's a movie with what's my man name? Boris Kojo and and Sharon Leal. It's a movie called Addicted. It's kind of talking about open relationships, but just only a one-sided one. Yeah, it's a pretty good movie. So listen, man, thank you guys for tuning into the show. We appreciate it. Comment below the things you want to talk about. Next week, I think we will have a special guest. Let's make sure we lock it in.
You know,
we're gonna lock it in, and the show's gonna be longer than 30 minutes too. So we're gonna get down to the nitty-gritty. So I'm excited about that, man.
Let's go. Let's do it.
All right, you guys. Thank you for tuning in. Peace out.